Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Hybrids. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the LYKA custom Jurassic Park Chaos Attack Extinct Bricks Ankyloranodon. Alright, and before we head on with this video, the Guess PC contest winners will be announced later on in the video, so watch out for that, guys. And now let's move along with the making of our Ankyloranodon. So it is actually made up of several base figures. We have your raptors, also Pteranodon, Ankylosaurus as well, and some other random Lego parts. Now we put them up together and we call that kit bashing. Alright, so we also have here several attachments to our Ankyloranodon. And now we're going to start off with our sculpting, and of course we're going to use epoxy non-sag, mix them up together equal parts A and B, and we're going to use that as our sculpting clay. We're going to fill up on some of the negative spaces here and we'll call it complete. After curing, this is how it looks like. It's now ready for us to have or to wet sand this one. After wet sanding, we're going to, of course, primer this one with with gray, but before that we added several more details to this, such scoots on the tail and several other spikes on the body. And here is how it looks like after it has been primered. Of course, we'll be using some acrylics, water, and some brushes. Let's start off by painting the body of the Ankyloranodon with this type of green. This is a mixture of the luminescent green that I have, a light green, and some white. So we have 2 or 3 layers of this one so that it's more or less opaque when it's dry. Now we add in here some olive greens to the present colors that we have, and we're going to put that as scaling details for our Ankyloranodon, as you can see here. Not only on the legs and on the thighs, but also on the body of the Ankyloranodon. Now for the secondary color, this would be a mixture of violet and some white, and also some yellow ochre. We're going to paint this on strategic areas such as that of the head, the wingspan, the back, the tail, and after it's dried, we then darken it with a little bit of black, and we're going to paint some details also on the wings and on the body as well. And this is how it looks like so far. All we need to do is just to add in some detailing to our Ankyloranodon, such as coloring some of the black sections, of course, and putting in some details on the eyes, coloring the teeth, and so on. And that's it for the making of the video. Now moving on with the announcement of the Guess PC contests. And here are lucky picks: Muhammad, Oni Kaiju, Pultizard, Venomzilla, Kangmin, Emperor, Victor, 21 Kiet, Scarlet, Roger. Congratulations everyone, and now moving along with our top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Lambert, Leonhardt, and Mr. Rebel Fury BH. Wow, that's long. So Eater.
Top 8.
Lego Vietnam Bricks.
Top 7.
Kaiju Studios G2K.
Top 6.
Goji Fan at Eisen.
Top 5.
Gigaraptor.
Top 4.
Grebnadu.
Top 3.
Rooney Tangkilisan.
Top 2.
Rainmark, 11 years old boy. And before we head on with the #1, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit notification bell. Cretaceous bricks! Congratulations everyone, and also in the next Guess This PC contest. For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. In the homepage, just click on the community link and it will lead you to all our posts. Now, moving along with the bricks. Okay, so let's count the number of parts of this one, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have 18 parts. Wow, that's a lot. Well, let's start by building this one, shall we? First, let's get the body and then let's connect these parts. So I already lined them up together so that it's easier to arrange. So let's just put it all here. So that completes the left side. Let's now complete the other side or the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. Let's now connect the body here with our head. This is where it goes. Now let's connect the head with the wings. This one first, right, and then the left side of the wing. There you go. Just want to tell you guys that there are 3 parts to the head. We have here the upper, the jaw, and then of course the neck part. Now let's connect the legs here, and then here's the right leg. Then the base of the tail goes here, and then the tail here. Oops, we're missing one part. Here it is, the club tail. So instead of 18, there's actually 19 parts. Well, that's it for our assemblies on our Ankyloranodon. Moving along with Extinct Bricks Dino Trivia. Ankyloranodon is a hybrid that is composed of the Pteranodon and the Ankylosaurus. Unlike real pterosaurs, the wings of Ankyloranodon only have a single clawed finger exposed on the hand, an additional clawed finger where the pteroid should be, and a pair of fingers supporting the wing membrane with the outer finger like the wings of a bat. Now, moving on with our closer look. Hey there everyone, and we're back for this last installment for our Chaos Effect line for now. And this is going to be really exciting because it's an unlikely hybrid that you're actually going to expect. Now, this is our Ankyloranodon. Alright! Or should I say Ankyloranodon? Well, Usher here will be coming back later on. But for now, let's have a closer look on this Ankyloranodon. So the Ankyloranodan is quite a colorful folk, as you can see here. It's all what do you call this type of green? It's bright green and purple on the other side, and has black, armor on the back. As you can see here, it has long legs, so very not like that of a Pteranodon, but nonetheless, this is how the actual toy looks like. So this is a recreation of that particular toy in Lego form, and you will see later on that it has actually a lot of parts to this one. So in assemblage, you will see a lot of how it's going to come out apart. All right, so it has articulations, of course, here on the head. Can open its mouth to this extent and can close until here because of the teeth. And then it has some articulation also here on the neck. It's a ball and socket joint, so it has a lot of movements that you can do, like so, right, up, down, everywhere. And of course the wings also has ball and socket joints here. I try not to fold it because this is quite long, and it has 2 points of fingers here on the back. It has one large spike here that's green, and then the rest are actually black. The spikes here can be removed like so and can be turned out. And then the tail has several articulations to it. So one would be this one. It also can articulate here at this point, and then of course the club tail also articulates as well. The legs of course can move like so. So it's running and the leaping is like that. Right. So also details here on our wings, on the scales, on the body, legs, and tail, which are not present in our Ankyloranoodon figure in Chaos Effect. It has those orange eyes or red eyes if you want to call it, and has one stripe that runs from the base of the crest going towards the end, right? So it has a particular shape on the edge of the crest as well. And the head here is sculpted really well, like so. So that's it for our Ankyloranoodon closer look. Let's move along with the size comparisons. And we're back for a little bit of size comparisons between our Ankyloranoodon and the rest of the Chaos Effect line that I have created so far here on Extinct Breaks channel. But before we do that, here is a size comparisons of the human and also the Ankyloranoodon. And as you can see here, our Ankyloranoodon here is quite big, to be honest. But hey, I want it that way because, you know, usually when you're going to create a hybrid of your own, it has to be meaner, bigger, and scarier. And what could be scarier than a Pteranodon that looks like a dragon, right? Well, anyway, so that's it for our size comparison between a human being and also a Ankyloranoodon. Now, let's now move on with some of the Chaos Effect line creatures that we've done so far here on the channel. And first would be this little, well, I wouldn't say little, but this is our Compsognathus. Now, the Compsognathus is actually, a hybrid of the Compsognathus and the, as you can see here, the Stegosaurus. So it has several plates on the back, a Thagomizer at the end of the tail, and it has this long tongue. So it looks like a lizard, a raptor, a theropod, and a Stegosaurus. So that is the Compsognathus. Second up is one of those more recent Chaos Effect line creatures that I've done so far here. This is the Tyrannops. So the Tyrannops is a mixture of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, right, and the Lycanops. So it's much smaller than our Ankyloranodan, as you can see here. But who would win the battle between a Tyrannops and an Ankyloranodan? I would place my money on our Ankyloranodan because it not only it has some armor on it, it also can fly, and it has sharp teeth as well. Well, let's now move along with another size comparison. We have here the Velociraptorix. So the Velociraptorix is a very gracile creature hybrid that is a mixture of Velociraptor and also what do you call that? Archaeopteryx. So it has a lot of feathers. It has a standard finger here. It's, to be honest, among the Chaos Effect line figures or creatures, this is actually one of the weirdest that I've seen so far. Well, that's Velociraptorix for you guys. Next up, we have this one. Yeah, this is a really cool hybrid. This is called the Deinonychus. The Deinonychus actually is a hybrid of the Deinonychus and a dire wolf, as you can see here. So it walks on all fours and it has sickle claws. The original the original plan for the Deinonychus is for it to have sickle claws also on the front, so I made those as well here. So that is the Deinonychus. I think the Deinonychus here is much larger now with compared to our Ankyloranodon in terms of overall size and also the length. Now we have a Paradeinonychus, which is a mixture of the genes or the DNA of the Deinonychus as well as a Parasaurolophus. It actually takes in the overall body habitus of the Parasaurolophus, meaning it's more upright. It has the long neck as well as the crest on its head. It also has the sickle claws of the Deinonychus, the claws here on the hands of the Deinonychus, and it also has the fangs or the head of the Deinonychus, as you can see here. This is actually one of my favorite Chaos Effect line creatures. It has that what do you call that? Cut tail, yeah, which is very true to the line of that particular toy series. And last but not least, this would be our Ultimasaurus. Alright, now the Ultimasaurus actually is the one I did was much larger than the actual creature itself, and I think I wanted to do that because most of the dinosaurs that were created in the laboratory of Dr. Wu would have hyper characteristics, including overall body size and all. Well, comparing it in terms of size, this is almost T-Rex size, as you can see here, comparing with a human being. And see also here when it's compared with the Ankylorandon. Right, this one has several features that were, quite experimental, to be honest, in my opinion. It has retractable claws here on the feet. As you can see here, it actually moves, and it's also removable. Each of the fingers here are also moving. Actually, I wanted to make the same effect for our Therizinosaurus, but looking at how it is, it's going to be a really large hand for the Therizinosaurus. So I didn't mind, creating this stationary hand for our Therizinosaurus. What else? It also has this battle damage effect to it. So if you remove the back portion here, the innards of the Ultimasaurus can be seen, such as ribs going there and some gory stuff. Alright, so oops. So also it has the Triceratops head to it. It has some fangs of the T-Rex, you can see here. And of course, long hands of the Therizinosaurus, sickle claws, armored body. I think this is of a Euoplocephalus because it has longer spikes on the back. Then it also has a club tail on the end of its tail. So that's the Ultimasaurus for you guys, and that's all we have for our size comparisons and all our Chaos Effect line creatures here on Extinct Bricks. And here are all the creatures that I have for my Extinct Bricks Chaos Effect line. I hope you guys enjoyed this particular series of mine. I know there are other, Chaos Effect creatures still pending to be done, but guys, I need you to comment down below if you still want to see, Chaos Effect lines. But for now, this is all I have. I'll be moving along with other, creatures. So watch out for that. Also, Usher here would like to remind you guys that all that you see here is actually available in our Extinct Bricks playlist. But I'll be placing in individual links of all that you see here so that you'll have a reference of all the creatures that I have for my Extinct Bricks Chaos Effect line from Jurassic Park. Well, that's it for now. Let's now move along with our species roll call. Let's start from this side, shall we? This is our Extinct Bricks Jurassic Park Chaos Effect line Constagnatus. This is our extinct Brits Jurassic Park Chaos Effect line, Paradynamicus. This is our extinct Brits Jurassic Park Chaos Effect line, Deinonychus. This is our extinct Brits Jurassic Park Chaos Effect line, Tyrannosaurus. This is our extinct Brits Jurassic Park Chaos Effect line, Velociraptor-X. Of course, this is our extinct Brits Chaos Effect Jurassic Park line, Ultimasaurus, and of course the last of our series from the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect line. This is our Ankylorano. Alright, so that's it for now, guys, for all the Chaos Effect line creatures for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this series. I'll be putting up extra videos of all these creatures at the end of the channel or at the end of this video, so please watch until the end, guys. Thank you so much. And that concludes our video on our Chaos Effect line so far for Extinct Brits, guys. I hope you enjoyed this particular series and maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Also, please don't forget to support our other channels in the Toy Universe and the Adventures of Myra and Usher. Please watch their videos and support our channel by subscribing. And as we always would say, let your inner Dino Brick roar! Thanks everyone and bye!